89 on up. I got my OG uncle in the house, and he gonna kick a little game on how this shit was when the gangs was before the Crip and Bloods kind of started forming. So I'm gonna ask him a couple questions. How was the gangs before us? The Crip and Bloods. How was y'all organized? That make y'all different than the Crips and Bloods today. How was the gangs back then different?
We didn't kill one another.
So what y'all just fist fought it out, huh?
That's all it was.
So
You
when you
might get cut up or something.
so I'm saying so just cut up, and what was the weapons of choice back then?
A knife,
That was it, huh?
straight razor or something. See, back then when I was coming up, the brothers could fight. You know,
So you saying this generation ain't really no squabblers like
no,
that?
they can't fight. That's when they run to the gun.
So what you think about all this robbing and killing they saying that the gangs is doing to these rappers, like targeting these dudes out for their jury or for their clout?
Well,
They say you got to check in if you from out of town, you cripping the blood and with all this money and jury. Should you check in when you come to the city, or should you renegade through the town like you on your own?
well, things done changed. They done start robbing the rich. One thing they don't. Blacks don't have any money in the ghetto anymore. There's no money in the ghetto.
So we
In the
rob
black
each other.
community, there used to be money in the black community, but even then, it wasn't no robbing. You had to go west. You had to go in the white neighborhood to rob to get the money. You know, and this is what's gonna happen again.
So the brothers basically in the ghetto, we didn't start targeting each other because this generation don't go out and get money from anywhere else. They stay targeted inside the communities.
Well, they get money. They don't start going in the white neighborhoods getting the money, going downtown doing the jewelry stores and all that other kind of stuff. They don't start doing that, because there's nothing in the black community. There's
But
no money in the
but soon
black
as a
community.
rapper show up from out of town or your homeboy got
Well,
a
he
whole
gonna get
lot,
robbed.
they want to take it from
Yeah,
you.
he gonna get robbed because he the only game in town.
So do you think we should start sharing with the local, since we repping a California gang and we stay somewhere else? Should we be showing love, bracing people so
Well,
we can have an opening in the
but you
town, or
but you
what?
know when I was coming up, people used to come from all over here, and it wasn't about doing anything to them. It was about grabbing them and showing them what was happening here. See, what black people have to do is be more together with one another.
So we
We
didn't,
are lost. We
yeah,
are
we didn't.
lost people. I mean, from the top to the bottom, from the richest to the poorest.
We toe up.
We toe up from the flow up.
So how can the younger brothers, what message would you give the younger brothers that want to rob a out of town or take something from somebody else without getting it on their own? What message can you give a young brother?
You don't rob nobody black. You want to rob somebody and kill somebody, you really shouldn't want to do nothing like that. Because when you do something like that, you're taking the chance of putting yourself in slavery in the penitentiary with the Ku Klux Klan over you. So you shouldn't want to do anything like that. You shouldn't want to rob anyone like that. You shouldn't want to rob anyone, you know, because just say for instance, if you say just say what how white people did black people. Okay, if you take them and you try to follow them and act like they acted and treat people like they treated black people, you know better than them.
So that's what we doing. We treating people like people treated us.
Yeah, so you know better than them. You know better.
So what you before we wrap it up, what would you say to the new Crips and Bloods coming up? How should we program or restructure our program, or how should we do it, man, before we
Okay,
close it?
number one, you brainwash already and don't know it. You brainwash. And see, nobody don't care nothing about you. The politicians don't care nothing about you. You know, Crips and Bloods been killing one another over 50 years now, right?
Correct.
You know, and
And we ain't got nothing out of it.
and politicians not even trying to stop it because you detrimental to the black race.
So that's a plus to them.
That's a plus. That's icing on the cake. That's when they let you keep on running. Now, if you start going robbing and killing these armored trucks, and going in these banks and robbing and killing,
Shit'd be different. They'll target the shit out you then.
and when you'll have a fight on your hand. See what happened then. Try something different. Try to go and get you a couple million. Go and get some millions instead of
Taking a nigga chain off his neck.
and getting 10,000. You're not those. You're not gonna get no money for taking nobody's thing change like they killed that brother.
That's what I'm talking about up there on Main at that
Yeah.
Wasco.
Okay.
Should he checked in though, huh? Should he tapped in with somebody, or should he just?
You shouldn't even have to do no stuff like that. Check,
But what if I'm a blood from out of town? I come out here.
That's what I'm trying to tell you now.
Right, but I just want to get the message to the world. If I'm a blood and I come to California,
It shouldn't even be no blood and Crips, man.
Right, okay.
It shouldn't even be no blood and Crips. Check in with what? It shouldn't even be. We're the only race. We're the only race that's killing one another. Nobody don't do that with black people.
One more thing, though. What about the Hispanics and black relationship? Where do you see that going?
Well, number one, that they come over here and they do better than us, and we've been here. So we can't really try to get with nobody else. We have to get with our own and the hell with everybody else. Because nobody don't care nothing about black people.
But I'm saying, should we network and keep the relationship and try to build a bond with them?
Well, you try to, you respect everybody and demand your respect, you know? And people's not going to respect you until you will respect yourself.
So that'll close it up. I appreciate your time that you gave my audience, man. Yeah. 89 on up, homie. I appreciate it, huh?
Yeah.